Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is the day that we're going to show you how we treat the chicken to make it super tender and delicious, just like what you've had at any of your favorite Asian takeout restaurants. So let me gather up all the items that we need. We'll come back and I'll show you how to put it together. It's super easy, so you're not going to want to miss this. Okay, welcome back everybody. So we are going to reveal the treatment that I was telling you about that you can do for chicken to make it super tender like you had from your favorite Asian restaurant. So without further ado, here's how we do it. So what I have here is I have about 1 pound of chicken breast. I've cubed it up, and the key to this is to make sure that you have kind of medium-sized cubes. If you have a giant chicken breast, it's not going to penetrate the chicken like you want it, and it won't be near as tender. So we've cubed that up. That's about 1 pound of that. And then before I reveal the secret, I'm going to wait for just a moment, let you think about what it may be. And here we go. It's baking soda. So believe it or not, this Arm & Hammer baking soda is all you need. So here's how you do it. With 1 pound of chicken, you're going to sprinkle roughly 1 teaspoon of baking soda over the chicken. You're going to work it in with your hands, and then you're going to walk away for 15 minutes. And within those 15 minutes, it's going to alter the texture of the meat and make it extremely tender. Once that's done, you'll take it over to the sink, you'll rinse it all off, and then you'll be ready to use it. Let me show you. So roughly 1 teaspoon of the baking soda, and you just sprinkle it on top, like so. And then you work it around. And when you move it around with your hands, one thing you're going to notice is it's getting really sticky. And that's because it's already starting to work. And so just make sure and coat all of the chicken. That's why having it being cubed is super critical. And you can just see, let me just lift it up here. You can just see that the texture has already started to change of the chicken. So that's good. We've got that mixed up pretty good. We're going to set that aside and then come back in about 15 minutes and rinse that off. So in the interim, why don't we put together some basil fried chicken that we can use that chicken in? Here's how we're going to do it. What we're going to do is we're going to use soy sauce and oyster sauce. We're going to use some sugar and some water. And then I also have basil from the garden. I've got 1 whole onion. I have 2 cloves of garlic. I've got 2 chilies. And I have some green onion for color. Here's how it goes together. For the sauce, you're going to mix the following proportions. 4 teaspoons of soy sauce, 4 teaspoons of oyster sauce, roughly 2 teaspoons of sugar, and I'm going to use about 3 tablespoons of water. That's going to give us the nice flavor for our stir fry. Okay, now that we have the sauce made, we're just going to wait the remainder of the time. We'll come back and I'll be over at the wok and I'll show you how it all comes together. Okay, so we're back at our wok, and off camera what I did was I rinsed the chicken like I had told you before. Make sure and get all the baking soda off of that, so that's ready to go. And then I also put together just a little bit of cornstarch just in case the sauce that we're making looks a little bit runny, because I like it to be a bit thick so it sticks to the chicken as well as the basil. So let's get started. You can see our wok is nice and hot, so we're going to round our wok with some oil. That looks good. And add just a tad more. And we're going to start off with the onion. In with the onion we go. And stir fry that for a minute or so. Doesn't take long. Now we're going to go in with our garlic. I usually do that second because I don't want that garlic to burn. Looks good. Now we're going to go in with our chilies. Now be careful, because the chilies, whenever they vaporize, they're going to get into the air and it could make it cough just a little bit. So just be aware. Stir fry that up. Whoops. Got a couple of rogue onions that just came out of the wok. That's fine. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let's go in with our chicken. Remember, this was the treated chicken. There we are. Gonna give that a few minutes in there. That chicken will probably be done in about another minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let that sit for just a minute. And I'm going to take my basil, and I'm actually going to take the basil and tear it up right into the chicken. And I tear it up so it gets a little bit of the oils that are within the basil out. So just tear that up. It smells fantastic. Looking good. Let's give that another stir. Now this basil is going to start to wilt. It's going to become extremely flavorful inside that chicken. Look at the color on that. Came together. Okay, now we're going to do, we're going to put our sauce in there. Now, as I said in my previous videos, I actually make a little bit of extra sauce. And I do that because I like to have this over jasmine rice. So we've got a huge container of jasmine rice over here that's steaming. And we'll show that to you at the end with it all plated up. In goes the sauce. We'll let that heat up again here in just a minute. In goes the cornstarch, just a little bit at a time. You'll notice I've moved that chicken off to the side. What I'm trying to do is thicken the sauce up. And as you can see there in the video, that the sauce is now getting a lot thicker. We'll wait till it reaches boiling point, and then we'll know just how thick it's going to be. Okay, we just finished up at the wok. Take a look at how good that looks. The chicken is super tender, and the flavor from the basil and the sauce that we made is now all throughout the dish. We put it over white jasmine rice, It turned out fantastic. So let me show you how tender the chicken is. Easily separates. Fantastic. That's exactly what you're looking for. I hope you liked the video. We've got a whole bunch more to show you. We'll see you again soon.